This video is going to cause many of you to say, "No way," but I urge you to listen to what I'm about to reveal, and then, after you've seen this scenario enough times, there will become a time where you say this is no longer a coincidence. I've seen such synchronicities many times, and I can tell you it's very real. And it's amazing how long this slow disclosure has been going on. Rather than make assumptions and guesses, this video will expose tangible connections that you can verify to Charlie Kirk's alleged assassination. First, let me say that from the day it happened, I came out with evidence that Charlie's assassination wasn't real. I'll link that video. I have refused to get on the Erica Kirk bandwagon and creating false narratives like she's having an affair with J.D. Vance. This is very deliberate, and hopefully you will understand by the end of this video. It appears that this event was planned long before Erica ever got into the picture. Was she an assigned handler? Maybe. She clearly is playing a role, but I'm not going to infer that she had anything to do with this event, other than she is a controlled participant. I don't know if you've ever seen a movie called Snake Eyes starring Nicolas Cage that was released in 1998, which was 27 years ago. Donald Trump is the 27th president. Ironically, the tagline for the movie was, "Believe everything but your eyes." And this is so true in this war. You must go inside because nothing is as it seems. If you have seen the movie, you already may have noticed some commonalities. If you haven't, we're going to go over the relevant projections and you can watch it for yourself and see what you think. Let me give you this foundation before we get into it. I'm not proposing that the movie Snake Eyes was written about Charlie Kirk. I'm suggesting that Charlie Kirk was written for the movie, as this event is a false flag that was written years ago. Something is wrong with the Charlie Kirk shooting and the ensuing events, but I'm suggesting that it's not what you are being led to believe. I have included a link to the full script of the movie Snake Eyes in the description, since the movie fades out in areas. You may want to refer to this script pretty quickly because other sites that host movie scripts have taken this one down. So let's just recap a couple of important factors that are relevant. The movie is set during a heavyweight championship boxing match at a fictional Atlantic City casino hotel called the Atlantic Regency Resort and Casino. However, in several scenes you can clearly see large, prominent signage for Trump Taj Mahal in the background, including the distinctive Trump Taj Mahal logo and marquee. Additionally, characters refer to the Trump Taj Mahal by name when discussing the fight's location and the surrounding casino environment. The film used the real Trump Taj Mahal, which Trump owned at the time, as a filming location for many exterior and interior shots. The fight was at 10 p.m. on September 10th. Charlie Kirk was assassinated on September 10th. Wikipedia listed the date as September 10th, but now people are coming out saying the sign said the 19th. I checked numerous sources, and the date of this fictional fight where all these things that we're going to talk about was definitely September 10th, even though whoever put it on Wikipedia has removed the date. Funny how things disappear when we start looking. 2 days before Charlie Kirk's assassination, a website named Jezebel.com posted an article that they paid some Etsy witches to curse Charlie Kirk, who then was assassinated on September 10th. The fight in the movie is occurring during Hurricane Jezebel. The article has since been removed, but I went to the Wayback Machine and was able to pull it up. Charlie Kirk was shot on the left side of his neck, which brings in the next connection. In the movie, the U.S. Defense Secretary was named Charles Kirkland. He was sitting in the audience when he was shot in the neck, at the moment when the boxer in the ring, known as Tyler the Executioner, took a paid fall as a distraction. The alleged assassin of Charlie Kirk is named Tyler Robinson, and many believe that he was a distraction, not the real shooter. The shooter in the movie used a hunting rifle. Tyler Robinson used a hunting rifle. Kirk was assassinated in 2025, which is the year of the snake in Chinese astrology, and the movie is entitled Snake Eyes. And what are the parrots propagating in a photo of Erica Kirk? Many are now saying that Erica has snake eyes. It's also notable that number 17 on November 22, 2017, dropped a post about the Pope's receiving room looking like a snake's den. The movie has Nicolas Cage playing a corrupt detective named Rick Santoro, who unravels an assassination plot during a high-stakes boxing match. You may remember Rick Santorum, a Pennsylvania senator who ran against Donald Trump in the 2016 Republican primary, was publicly painted as corrupt by numerous reports and watchdog groups who raised many ethical concerns. On page 8 of the movie script, Rick says, "I think people would vote for this face, don't you? That's the only thing you need to get elected these days, your big fat smile all over the tube." The timing of all this just after Zoran Mandami's election is notable. In the movie, a man with long hair and a beard jumped up in the audience as if celebrating. An eerily similar-looking man with long blonde hair and a beard jumped up in Charlie Kirk's audience, seemingly to celebrate his being shot, and this guy was called out in the headlines for this move. Multiple outlets reported an X account claiming to be him, going by David and posting a short explanation. He says he thought the sound might be fireworks, then stood and chanted USA to create a distraction and calm people. Sounds fishy to me. Let's compare the shots themselves of Charles Kirkland and Charlie Kirk. In both scenarios, the two Charles were shot in the neck on the left side and grabbed their neck, displaying a thick gold band on his ring finger. Both appeared to have a spewing effect from the wound. In the movie, Rick Santoro and the blonde in white also got blood on them, and as she fell down, the woman's wig fell off, confirming that she's not what she appears to be. Next, there was a narrative being connected to Israel by various podcasters. The movie is happening during an Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Yes, this has been going on forever, but it's not always in the news cycle as it has been over the last few months. So the fact that Brian De Palma set this 27-year-old movie with a backdrop of the Middle East conflict is notable. In the movie, the man that killed Kirkland and was also killed was Tariq Ben Rabat, 37 years old, a Palestinian who had lived in the United States for the last 6 years, which coincides with Trump's initiative to ban all Palestinians because they're a risk. The Snake Eyes movie poster shows Cage making the tip of the spear hand signal, which President Trump and others have been photographed making. The tip of the spear hand signal is a gesture commonly used in military, tactical, and law enforcement contexts to silently designate the lead position in a moving formation, specifically the person at the front who is most exposed to potential threats. Donald Trump frequently uses the tip of the spear, and this is something you want to look for, which is different from the pyramid hand signal, which you will see many celebrities and others use. Charlie Kirk and Candace Owens were photographed posed next to each other doing the tip of the spear hand gesture. Candace Owens is dominating the media on Charlie Kirk with her assertions about Israeli connections to Charlie's death and his wife Erica being involved. If this movie was predictive programming, then it's reasonable to believe that Candace Owens is playing a part in this movie playing before us today. Coincidentally, New York Mayor-elect Zoran Mandami is worrying many New Yorkers that voted for him with his post-election anti-Semitic rhetoric. Which brings us to the next connection. Let's examine the blonde woman in the Snake Eyes movie who sits down next to Charles Kirkland and tells him that, "You're the one who's gonna be sorry." Then the shots rang out. The script directions, which you can verify with the script link I've provided, describe the blonde woman as guilty or innocent. It's hard to tell, but she's sure got something to hide. And it continues to get bizarre. The blonde in the white outfit was played by actress Carla Gugino. Guess what? She's starring in a movie named Heads of State, which was released July 2, 2025. And wait till you hear the plot. The UK Prime Minister and the US President have a public rivalry that risks their country's alliance. But when they both become targets of a powerful enemy, they're forced to rely on each other. Along with Noel, a brilliant MI6 agent, they find a way to destroy a conspiracy that threatens the free world. Does that sound familiar? A couple other items which are typical in controlled media and not necessarily specific to the Charlie Kirk scenario, but we'll take a look. At one point in the movie, a big seeing eye balloon moves across the screen as the detective gets a phone call on a metallic gold phone and he says, "My lucky number?" as the ring girl holds up a sign with the number 7 on it. The number 7 ties into the case a couple of ways. Charlie Kirk allegedly sent a 7-page letter to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in late August 2025, criticizing U.S. foreign policy biases. That letter reportedly questioned intelligence failures around the Hamas attack of October 7, 2023, which was the deadliest single day in Israel's history and the worst massacre of Jewish civilians since the Holocaust. An even tighter connection is that 7 is also the number of charges against Tyler Robinson for apparently shooting Kirk. But it gets better. Also in the movie, a $100 bill floats past, close enough for us to see Ben Franklin's face is smeared with blood, which infers blood money. So there are fake conspiracies on top of true conspiracies, and as the media is dominated with conspiracies about Trump, Netanyahu, Vance, and Erica Kirk inundating the headlines, those who are awake sit in poise seeing more and more validation every day that this is all a staged movie. You can get yourself all riled up nursing low vibrations like anger and fear, or you can make some popcorn and watch the movie that seems to never end. I'm sure others have found even more commonalities, but we're going to close this out with one more clue. Another delta from number 17. On November 18, 2018, number 17 posted, "Runbeck, Dominion, SOS offices, investigators, researchers, whistleblowers, patriots in trust positions. Trust yourself. You have seen the truth. Time to show the world. Focus, focus, ascension."